The main reason students avoid studying is that it feels like it takes too much time. They'd rather spend that time doing more enjoyable activities like scrolling for hours, playing sports or games they love, or hanging out with friends until late at night. Everyone knows that studying seems to demand endless hours, especially when exams are approaching weekdays or even the weekends. It can feel like there is no escape from it. For many of us, studying is boring and overwhelming, something we dread because it means sitting for hours going over to the same material again and again. This overwhelming feeling often leads to procrastination. But here is the thing, I managed to achieve outstanding grades without spending endless hours burnt into the books. Instead, I discovered how to study smarter, not harder. When I made this shift, everything changed. Studying transfers from a tedious chore into something fun, quick, simple, and manageable. As a result, I procrastinate less and my results improved dramatically. This approach allows you to study effectively while still having time for everything else you love. Imagine how much easier life would be if you could reduce your study time from 3 hours to just 13 minutes. The secret lies in efficiency. Efficiency is about achieving maximum results with minimal waste time or effort. With endless demands from school, college, and society, mastering efficiency is just not only helpful, but it is also essential. Whether you are aiming for top grade or simply you want more free time, learning to study smarter allows you to make the most of your day without sacrificing your weekends or activities you love. You can enjoy life and achieve your goals without spending all day looking at your books. Today I am excited to share with you the most exact strategy that you can use to study smarter, not harder. The first thing that you need to do is to use the Feynman technique. The Feynman technique is a super powerful method to study smarter. It is actually pretty fun once you get the hang of it. Here is how it works. After you learn something new, try to explain it as if you're teaching it to someone who knows nothing about the topic, like a friend or even a younger sibling. If you can explain it clearly in simple terms, you really understand it. When you simplify the material, you force yourself to understand the core of concepts. It is like breaking down a big puzzle into pieces that they are easy to put together. The goal is just to explain it to someone that you know that they don't know anything about it. You can also talk to yourself out loud, even in a room. Don't worry, everyone does it. If you don't have someone to teach, pretend you're explaining to an imaginary student. This will help you to find gaps in your understanding and let you to focus on the areas that you need to pay attention and recall them. It's also a great way to test how well you have truly understand the material, not just memorize it. When you explain it to yourself or someone else, your brain processes the material on a deeper level. The cool thing is that teaching this way makes learning more fun, like a fun challenge rather than a chore. It turns studying into an active process instead of just passively reading notes or watching videos. So next time, whenever you are finding yourself having an exam, then explain it to someone else. When you don't have anyone, just explain it for yourself. The next thing that you need to do is to use the 20-80 rule. This rule is a game changer whenever it comes to studying smarter. The idea is just simple but powerful. 20% of the material you study will give you 80% of the result. This means that instead of trying to cover everything in the textbook or cram every tiny detail, you focus on the key concept and areas that most likely appear on the exam, or they are crucial for understanding the bigger picture. Think of it like this: you don't need to memorize every single fact, but you need to master the most important ones. For example, in a history exam, focusing on the major events, dates, or people that shaped that time. This is going to be beneficial for memorizing and also something that's related to what you're going to learn and what you're going to be asked. When you apply the 20-80 rule, you are working smarter, not harder. You are prioritizing the time and energy on the things that will have the biggest impact. This doesn't mean you should ignore your material completely, but focus on the majority of your time on the 20% that will get you to the biggest return. It's about being strategic. If you know your exams are heavy in certain topics like algebra and math or civil war and history, spend more time measuring those areas. Even when you are studying for a subject where you can't predict exactly what will appear on the test, focus on the foundational concept that will help you to solve a variety of problems rather than getting lost in the small detail. This technique also going to help you to reduce stress, avoid burnout, and instead of feeling like you need to cover everything, you know you are spending your time wisely. and you can get better results with less effort. By focusing on the crucial 20%, you will feel more confident walking in a room exam knowing that you covered the material that matters the most.